eyes narrowed, and she wet her lips with the tip of her tongue. "How soon would you like to start looking?" "As soon as you're ready." "This afternoon?" "What time?" Before Stella could answer, the waitress arrived with Stella's salad. By then, I had finished my sandwich. I folded my napkin and placed it on the table next to my plate. Then I reached into my pocket for my business card and placed it on the table between us, my fingers resting lightly on it. "I have to return to work," I said. "Phone when you have something to show me." Stella reached for my card, and her fingers brushed mine. Then I slipped out of the booth and stood. I leaned back in, one hand on the back of the booth, the other on Stella's forearm. I whispered, "Don't make me wait long." Chapter 2. My phone rang 20 minutes later. "I have something to show you," Stella said. "Can you meet me at 2:30? "Where?" She gave me an address 6 blocks away. "The owners won't return home before 5. "Well, that should be enough time." I arrived 2 minutes early and found Stella's car already parked in the drive of a 3-bedroom brick ranch. She met me at the door, opening it to let me inside. She'd touched up her makeup since lunch and had reapplied her floral-scented perfume. After I stepped inside, Stella pushed the door closed and locked it. She led me through the living room, dining room, and kitchen, pointing out the home's many amenities. Then I followed her down the hall, past the 2 smaller bedrooms to the master bedroom. The owners had a king-sized bed, perfectly made up, and covered with a thick blue comforter. I joked about how comfortable the bed must be, then stepped into the master bath. I returned to the bedroom a moment later to discover that Stella had closed the door and had peeled off her sweater. Without speaking, I pulled her into my arms and covered her mouth with mine. Our tongues met and tangoed with passion. Our hands were everywhere. I unhooked Stella's bra and unzipped her skirt. She pulled my shirt free of my waistband and unfastened my belt. I unhooked her skirt, and it fell to her ankles. She unzipped my pants and slipped one hand inside, wrapping her fingers around my rapidly stiffening cock. Then we stepped away from each other, just long enough to abandon our clothes. Despite having kissed her 30s goodbye a few years earlier, Stella's body remained firm and toned. Time had been kind to her melon-shaped breasts as they barely sagged at all, and her dark pubic thatch revealed only a few threads of gray. We came back together and kissed again, deeper and harder than before. I pulled her tight against me, one hand behind her back, the other cupping one firm ass cheek. Her breasts pressed against me, and I felt her pointy nipples drill into my chest. My stiff cock was trapped between us, aching for release. I guided her to the bed, and we fell across the comforter, still locked in a deep kiss. Then I kissed Stella's chin and her neck, her throat and her shoulder, her breasts and her nipples. I took each firm nub in my mouth and rolled it around with my tongue. Then I started to kiss my way lower, but Stella stopped me. "Don't tease me," she said. She took my head in her hands and made me look up at her. Fuck me. Fuck me now." Stella spread her legs, and I poised myself between them. She grabbed my cock and guided it to the juncture of her thighs, opening herself up so that the spongy, soft mushroom cap of my cock snuggled between her swollen pussy lips. I couldn't wait any longer. I thrust forward, driving the